Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and I was going to cover the big tournament controversy, but instead we got spoilers from an upcoming set, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set. And if that's the first time you're hearing that that's a thing, yep. This just screams Spider-Man 2.0. I mean, they better up the power level, obviously, because then people buy it regardless. But people were not buying Spider-Man just because it's Spider-Man, and TMNT is the same thing. Old classic 80s to 90s, huge thing that completely fell off after that, and in case you didn't notice, it's 2025. So, Turtle Face is legal and standard, Turtle Shell is not, that's straight to Eternal, and then the Pizza Slice, I better just read what they wrote about PZA. Magic the Gathering Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Eternal legal sets, TMC and PZA, are Commander, Legacy, and Vintage legal sets, and individual cards are also legal. We're already available in other formats, which is the worst, most awkward, misleading way they could have possibly phrased that. They're not legal in standard unless they're already legal in standard. They're not legal in modern unless they're already legal in modern. There you go, simple. But don't forget, the regular play boosters contain cards from TMT and PZA, but I guess not TMC. These cards are playable in Draft and Sealed when opened from them. Duh, that's how the rules work. So the play boosters are going to be $6.99, which is ridiculous. They padded that by a little bit so that you have to pay the commission to the IP holders instead of, well, Hasbro, really. Fantastic business model. The collector's boosters are still $38. The commander decks are $69.99, despite them just saying that they're not going to do commander decks anymore. It took them at least 24 hours to change their mind on that. The bundles are a ridiculous $70, rounding up a penny, by the way. Pizza bundle is $100, draft night is $120, and the turtle team up is $50. What are any of those? Who cares? Nobody's going to buy it. I really don't even think it's worth my time or your time to explain what it is. If you really care, go look down the product page. Just nobody's going to buy this. This is going to fall flat on its face. The last TMNT thing I saw was that one beat-em-up game from like 3 or 4 years ago that did kind of okay. So let's jump into the cards. So we got Heroes in a Half Shell. That is from the Turtle set, which is the one, I gotta double check this even, I forgot. Oh, that's the one that's not legal in standard. Okay, cool. I should mention that one, asking AI if anything is legal is a terrible idea, so I don't even bother. But their actual phrasing was the TMT symbol, which is the face ones, are, quote, legal in all formats. So I assume that means standard, because standard would be included in all formats because it's a format and they said all formats. If I'm wrong about that, they're wrong about that. I should throw that out there. Nowhere in the article did the word standard actually occur. Here, Control F, standard, doesn't occur. So thanks for that. Alright, so 5/5 for 5, all colors, legendary creature, mutant, ninja, turtle, great. Vigilance, menace, trample, haste, and whenever one or more mutants, ninjas, and or turtles you control deal combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on each of those creatures and draw a card. That is kind of nuts. But for one of each color, you know. Then we got Bebop and Rocksteady. They look vaguely familiar. I'm not that familiar with this, but hello. 7/5 for 3 hybrid, 1 generic plus 2 hybrid black, green. Legendary creature, Boar Rhino Mutant. Whenever these two attack or block, sacrifice a permanent unless you discard a card. Oh, I knew there had to be a cost. That's still insane though. And they got the face symbol, which means these are legal in standard. This is going to be a menace. Next up, we've got Michelangelo, the Heart. Speaking of that, when are they going to do a Captain Planet set? That would do about as well as TMNT and Spider-Man. 2 cost, green 2/1 legendary creature, mutant ninja turtle. The not standard legal symbol, FYI. I think you get it. I'll stop mentioning it. Trample, raid, the fridge. At the beginning of your second main phase, if you attacked this turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature and create a food token. And then partner character select. You can have 2 commanders if both have this ability. Oh, that again. Then we've got a reprint of Doubling Season with art that I don't love, but okay. Enchantment. If an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many. One of the most broken cards in all of Magic. It also does the same for counters. And that is, of course, a reprint. It's going to be an expensive reprint. Then we got Michelangelo on the scene. It's a 6-cost green 2/2. Okay. Legendary creature, mutant ninja turtle, of course, trample, and it enters with a 1/1 counter on him for each land you control. How dare they assume his gender and use the word him instead of they, them, zim, zam, zang, zwabble. Anyway, when he dies, return this card to your hand. Then we got Raphael the Muscle. It's a 5-cost red 4/4 legendary creature, mutant ninja turtle. Double all damage that creatures you control with counters on them would deal. Ooh. When he enters, create a mutagen token. Ooh, wonder what that is. Partner character select. So character select is a term from a video game, so I guess they're leaning into that a little bit, but why not? Then we've got Raphael's Technique. It's a 6-cost. What? Red instant, rare, sneak 3. So you may cast this for 3 if you also returned an unblocked attacker you control to hand during the declare blocker step. That's a little specific. Sounds like ninjutsu if I read that correctly, which I probably didn't. Well, during the declare blocker step, that wouldn't normally be when ninjutsu happens, is it? Well, in response to them blocking or not blocking, you would do it, I guess? Or is it in response to it attacking? I don't know. I have literally never played ninjutsu. Anyway, whatever. We're probably going to see it in the set, so I'll just assume it works that way. But each player may discard their hand and draw 7 cards. Each player. That is a terrible idea, and this is a terrible card. Then we've got Raphael's Tag Team, and then the word tough for some reason. Okay. 6-cost legendary creature, mutant ninja turtle, 5/6 menace. When it deals common damage to a player for the first time each turn, untap all attacking creatures. And then there's another main phase. Combat phase, but I hate that effect. That is probably right up there with like Mill and Storm for my most hated effects in the entire game. It is so broken and so stupid, but it belongs on a card that costs 6. That's just not what they've done historically. But next we've got Casey Jones, Jury Rig, Justiciar. I never looked up how to pronounce that word my whole life. Anyway, still not going to. 2/1 haste. When they enter, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. That's actually really good after the Final Fantasy set. You know, that's like solid. Next up, Splinter the Mentor. It's a 2-cost black 2/2 legendary creature, mutant ninja rat, menace. And when he or another non-token creature you control leaves the battlefield, create a mutagen token. Partner character select. Nice. What is a mutagen token? Will we ever find out? Then we got Super Shredder, which is apparently a thing that exists. 2-cost black 1/1 legendary mutant ninja human. I thought he wasn't a human. Okay, whatever. No, I guess he was. Mythic, hey. Menace, whenever another permanent leaves the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on Super Shredder. Oh, if this was blue, I'd be losing my mind right now, but that's still kind of annoying. They ain't talking about bouncing, exile or kill it too. Then we got a reprint of Dark Ritual. You pay 1, you get 3. Just fundamentally terrible design, but I'll give him a pass because it was 1993. Then we've got Donatello, the Brains, and the best turtle. 3-cost green, good lord, blue 2/4, legendary creature, mutant ninja turtle. If one or more tokens will be created under your control, those tokens plus a mutagen token are created instead. But what does it do? Partner character select, of course. Then we've got Donnie and April, a dorkable duo. My gosh. So it's a 5-cost blue 3/3 legendary creature, mutant ninja human turtle. That's right, 4 subtypes. When Donnie and April enter, choose one or both. Each mode must target a different player. Oh, and this is in the, effectively, I guess, Commander product. I mean, it's TMC. What else would the C stand for? But I don't know. Target player draws 2 cards, or target player returns an artifact, instant, or sorcery card from the graveyard to your hand. Or their hand. So not amazing in multiplayer that doesn't have teams or allies, but kind of interesting then. Next up, Donatello, Rad Scientist. It's a 6-cost, outrageous by the way, 5/6 legendary creature, mutant ninja turtle, vigilance. When he enters, tap up to 3 target creatures your opponent controls, put a stun counter on each of them. That ain't worth 6 in Commander. Then we've got April O'Neil, Hacktivist. Wow, they really went from ginger, which is about as far away from melanin as you can get, to African American, it would appear. With dyed red hair. That's just insulting. Well, we know that for some reason Hollywood and the left just hates gingers. I don't know, because they're like ultra super extra white, I guess? Or it's just because they're insane. I mean, if you think about it, that's probably... Yeah. Well, that's some bullshit. 4-cost blue 1/5, legendary creature, human scientist. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card for each card type among spells you've cast this turn. Ooh, that's not bad. Shame about the artwork, though. Now 50% of the people that are going to buy it are going to boycott it, so good job, guys. Next up, Krang, Mastermind. I forgot how silly the villains are. It's an 8-cost blue, but probably not. Yeah, I already read it. 1/4 legendary artifact creature, Utrom Warrior. Really? Affinity for artifacts, so you can get it down to 2. When Krang enters, if you have fewer than 4 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. That could be dangerous. And he gets +1/+0 for each other artifact you control. That could get nuts. Then we've got this, which, my gosh, you can't even really read it. I can't imagine what this would look like under lights. Leonardo Sewer Samurai. It's a 4-cost white legendary creature mutant Ninja Turtle Samurai. 3/3 with sneak 4, which... What is the point of that? They go double white, which is actually more restrictive. Huh. Double strike. During your turn, boy, you may cast creature spells with power toughness 1, maybe? Or less? Oh, this is among the stupidest things they've done. This is like top 10. From your graveyard, if you cast a spell this way, that creature enters with a finality counter on it. Oh my god. Okay, then there's Leonardo the Balance. A 4-cost white 3/3. Legendary creature mutant Ninja Turtle. Whenever a token you control enters, you may put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. What? I was gonna say, yeah, you better only do that once per turn. You can just win the game. Pay 1 of each color somehow. Creatures you control gain menace, trample, lifelink until end of turn, which is actually kind of out of control then, partner. That could be a commander right there. I bet you that's a $10 card. Easy. All right, then we got Leonardo, Worldly Warrior. It's a 8-cost, but probably not. 5/5 legendary creature, mutant Ninja Turtle. Who would have thought? It costs 1 less to cast for each creature you control. Ooh, Flood card. They're just kind of hitting everything and just seeing what sticks, which, sure. Double strike, too. Next up, Turtles Forever. Oh, they have 4 different styles. Oh, my gosh. And I think I could identify at least one of those, maybe 2. So it's a 4-cost white instant. Search your library and or outside the game, which God only knows what that means these days, and it's like format dependent. For exactly 4 legendary creature cards you own with different names, then reveal those cards. An opponent chooses 2 of them. Put the chosen cards into your hand, then shuffle the rest into your library. Ooh, that has the potential to be really messed up. Next up, Unbreakable Formation. It's a 3-cost white instant. Creatures you control gain indestructible till end of turn. And addendum. If you cast this spell during your main phase, put a 1/1 counter on each of those creatures, and they gain vigilance till end of turn. Addendum was cool. That was actually like really flexible and interesting. And then the last we got is just the lands, which are all pizzas. At least they have enough of a colored outline that you can tell what's going on. But broccoli and jalapenos, okay? Broccoli y también jalapenos. ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Qué estás haciendo? Anchovies or sardines, either one, but let's just say anchovies and Vidalia. Like, sign me up. But those look really gross. Just the texture, the lack of structural integrity to the crust, that cheese, it's all wrong, man. It's all wrong. Somewhere Papa John's is crying. Anyway, that's what we got for now. What do you guys think of this? Total bomb like Spiderman, or it's power dependent, or are you interested in playing this self-contained and just like a draft, or what you thinking? Very, very curious on this one. And in case you're wondering, Paramount Global, formerly Viacom, owns the TMNT property, so it's not Sony this time. It's not Marvel. And Paramount is like a little loosier-goosier, but still a little bit woke. And I bet you that has something to do with the race swap. So maybe she was played by a black actress at some point. I thought I saw that on Google, but still. Then that time it was inaccurate. Once you've already established a character, you can't just alt it. Man, that's just so stupid. So transparent, so pandering, so insulting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.